You know, it's an instant thing. You know, they don't say, well, you know, perhaps it'll go away in a while. They'll do something about it. They'll do everything they can to make you comfortable, to make life better, and if they can't do it, they're bound to know somebody who does, so they take it further. And it's lovely to know that you've got that support. And you're not managing on your own and trying to manage on your own. As I say, it's a wonderful feeling of being cocooned.
That's a great image.
Yes. I can't praise
We'll
the
have to put you on
hospice.
the advert, won't we? Yeah. You've been very complimentary, Sandy.
Well,
you've given an awful lot back to us, you know
Well,
that.
it's
and
given
to the
a
group.
lot to me, everybody. And I also, I'm picked up every morning when I come to daycare and transported here and back again. And that's made a difference as well. And that's lovely, you know. It's just another service, but it takes the onus off Vic having to bring me in and collect me again, and just gives him, you know, an extra sort of 3/4 of an hour that he can, you know, do something for himself. So the support that Hospiscare has given me has been absolutely wonderful.
Great. I'm pretty certain you've made friends with a lot of the volunteers as well.
I have.
Could you say a little bit about your relationship with the volunteers? How's that been?
That's been absolutely wonderful. And yes, I've made really good friends with the volunteers that I've seen, and they've done little things for me. You know, they've made, when in the very first, the winter last year, my hands were very, very cold. And Flick saw this, knitted me a pair of mittens. You know, it's little things like that. And also the nursing staff. You know, one of the nursing staff made me some little cushions because I needed to be wedged into the chair. All sorts of things like that are really appreciated. But, you know, the volunteers, they give an awful lot. They give a lot of their time, a lot of their energy, and the sort of person who can do that is special.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yes.
I think there isn't a realm of the hospice that you haven't
I
haven't touched.
And of course I've enjoyed the therapies
I was
as
just
well.
going to
Yes.
say that, because that's an important part of your day.
I love my therapists.
Yeah.
But it's not only just therapy, it's just the chat as well. And I'm a chatter. And that's one of the reasons that I enjoy coming, because it's new faces, old faces, people that you've been known for a year and a half, and got to know and feel like friends. That's what I feel anyway.
And the food, I have to ask about the food, but I think our catering staff make a particular effort.
They do make an effort, and nothing is too much trouble. And if one day you don't fancy what's on that particular menu, you only have to say, and it arrives. And I find this a particular pleasure because now I have to be fed. And I know how difficult it is to feed somebody. I can see that. And all the people, the volunteers in the past and the nurses who feed me, they don't make me feel that it's a chore and that somehow or other I'm abnormal. We do it.
So you do it at the table, don't you, along with everybody else?
Absolutely, yeah.
Put you in a corner.
Absolutely.
Or put you to one side.
And they know precisely the sort of portion mouthfuls that I can consume, and it's done with such good humour that I never feel uncomfortable about it.
Great.
Which I think is it just says the type of people they are.
Because I can remember remarking on that the last time we all spoke together, because I think you made that transition exceptionally well, Sandy, because it's never easy to, you know, manage your food by yourself one day and the next day you're actually having somebody to help you with it.
Yes. I mean, that I think is one of the things about MND, is you don't lose everything all in one go. It's as if little by little the real you just stops, and it's bits of you keep closing down, and it's the continuation of knowing that it's never going to get better, that little by little it's going to get worse, that takes some getting your head round. So anybody who helps in that transition makes life easier for me.
Yeah.
Sandy, one of the things that people that have got MND, they find it very difficult to sort of let the hospice care in. What if you had to give a message to those people? What would you say?
I would say open the door and come in and see it for yourself. Because yes, it is difficult, and I appreciate that the more help you need, the more difficult it is. And I remember thinking when I was first here, I am the most disabled person here. I mean, there was a dear old soul of, I don't know, 80, 90, polishing off her food like nobody's business, and I had to be fed. And I felt very strongly, of all the people here who were all in the same boat.